as the owner of S2GFC, once again I'm having to make a decision about our manager. Do I sack the man from Argentina, Pablo Gonzalo? Funnily enough, we have been down this road before. Last season, we sacked Barry Thunderstone mid-season. In that case, I felt it was the perfect call because we couldn't stop losing. The team needed a change. This time around, it's a much more difficult decision because with Pablo, we're actually dominating. 4th in EFL League 2, still alive in the FA Cup and the Virtu Trophy. The problems we have though with Pablo are all off the pitch. Pablo's got this crazy obsession of wanting only South American players at the club. And to be honest, as club owner, I didn't mind a few South Americans coming in because of course we know how talented that continent is. That's why we brought in the Colombian Uribe and of course scouted the Argentinian Gallardo. But recently, Pablo's been wanting more and more. He wants to replace our goalkeeper with another South American, wants to do the same in the attack as well. I think somebody needs to show Pablo this club's finances because with a budget of just 764,000, we ain't bringing a South American revolution here in EFL League 1. Now, things would have been fine if Pablo just de-escalated from here and just continued to manage with what we've given him. But nope, he continued to criticize me in the press. But the worst thing he did was show bias in training sessions. I mean, look at this, boys. We've got the whole squad training right now, but the South American players we've got are just chilling on the bench. And no way, boys. Pablo Gonzalo's training plan has just been leaked. For South Americans, it's just light warm-up, fortnight match, optional training. And oh no, for the rest of the team is full pitch sprints, running up the hill and stuff. What on earth? And what a surprise. Running such crazy training drills has led to injuries to a lot of our non-South American players. Bullock is going to be out for a couple of months. Captain Steve Ball as well. Both our defenders are out injured. Despite all of this, my plan was to still continue with Pablo just because we were getting results. But everything changed when Edward Bull, one of our most talented players, came to me, basically implying that Pablo Gonzalo has not treated him fairly, which is true. Bull was one of our best players last season, but this season he's kind of just been frozen out of the team. I know Gallardo has a lot of talent, but you don't need to freeze out Bull for that. And no surprises that he's made a clear demand. If Pablo Gonzalo remains as manager, Edward Bull wants to be sold. And now it's up to me. Do I back the players? Do I try and keep Bull at the club? Or do I back the manager instead? Let Bull go. I've got a tremendous choice here to make. Now, I have seen some of your comments. Sacking Pablo would make S2GFC an unserious club. I don't think it's the right choice to make. I get it, guys. 2 seasons in a row, sacking our manager mid-season. That is not the kind of stuff we want to be doing. On the flip side, though, I think there are a lot of players that want to back the players over the manager. Because, yeah, the truth is, managers will come and go, but it's the players that will stay and become cult heroes. Let Edward Bull stay. Every European player is complaining about how Pablo has destroyed the dressing room. Sack him and bring Lenny the groundsman for interim role. And I'm looking through the comments, I see a lot of hype for Lenny. He's of course still the club's groundsman, but also he's been starting to get his coaching licenses. So if we do sack Pablo, we will have an instant option of hiring Lenny as the gaffer. But of course, it will only be an interim role because let's be honest, boys, he's a rookie manager. If and when we get to the championship of the Premier League, I don't think Lenny can do the job. But until the end of the season, I think someone like Lenny can lead the squad, and then we can maybe look for a permanent manager. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now, financially, I don't think we've got the money to sign an established manager. But it looks like, guys, I have made my decision. It's time to head into a meeting with Pablo. Pablo, this is awkward, but you're fired.
Wait, you can't do this to me. I am a champion manager. You know what? I don't want to be a part of your stupid club anyways. But let it be known, Sid, I will make you suffer. I will laugh as your club gets relegated, as you go bankrupt because you are nothing without me.
Well, that was a lot more fiery than what I expected. Why do I feel like Pablo's gonna dedicate his entire life to just ruin our club? But you know what? We'll be ready for whatever he throws at us. But for now, we're welcoming Lenny as the new interim manager. Bro was legit mowing lawns this morning, and now he's going to be managing this football club. Good thing is, he's got past experience. He was briefly our interim manager when we were in League 2. But yep, this time things are different because we are in League 1, and we've got a lot to lose. Right now, 4th in the league, but I need Lenny to lock in and hopefully continue what Pablo was doing, at least results-wise, because I'm desperate to get this team promoted to the championship. Okay, the first task that Lenny has got is just handling this injury crisis. It's absolutely ridiculous. Good thing is we've got Neil Lane for the right mid position. West Banks can, I guess, come through in midfield. At the back, Medeiros is going to have to do the job, but also probably Sebastian Finch. who, by the way, until recently was discussing retirement. Don't forget, he was the player that Pablo treated the worst. He was our captain. He got completely booted out of the squad, made fun of by Pablo as well. So I'm not surprised that completely demotivated him. But looks like Lenny's taking a completely new approach. His first act in the club was scheduling a meeting with Sebastian Finch, telling him how much he valued him and that he needs him in these difficult times. Now, this hasn't changed Finch's decision about retiring, but surely seeing the gaffer back him like that is going to get his motivation back. But not just that, boys. Lenny has given him the armband. Steve Ball is still the permanent captain, but since he's injured, we do need another captain. And if it was Pablo, he would have probably given it to Medeiros. But Lenny respects the tradition. He knows the foundation of this club from the ground. Because, of course, he's a groundsman. But yup, I'm already liking the way Lenny is approaching this challenge. And looks like for his first game as interim manager, he's making some bold calls. Edward Bull starting on the left. I think this is more for fitness reasons because Nicholas is a bit tired. But yup, tactically, Lenny's not making any changes. That's because with Pablo, the tactics were working. There's no reason for Lenny to bring his own system. Kind of why I didn't even consider Barry Thunderstone, because if we would have signed him, bro would have just gone back to the 4-4-2 and destroyed everything. Unlike that, Lenny's really willing to adapt and learn, so we're going to be sticking with the 4-3-3 formation. And also, a bit of good news, Park Ji-soo is your player of the episode. I'm not surprised, bro, because last time around, he was up and down the field like a madman. Also was grabbing crazy assists, and I feel like the relentless play style is absolutely perfect for him, so his stamina lasts long. And here we go, boys, a challenge for Lenny. Charlton Athletic is not going to be easy. Remember, they were the ones that knocked us out of the Carabao Cup, and we're still dealing with that injury crisis. I mean, things couldn't be harder for Lenny, man. He's walked into complete chaos. Gallardo in lots of space, but that first touch was bad. That's one thing to ponder about. How are our South American players going to react? Because they've just lost their biggest backer, so I'm hoping it doesn't have a negative effect on them. Oh, and we've just been turned, and oh, come on, man. And you know who was at fault there? Sebastian Finch. As stern as Pablo was, I think we cannot debate his decision-making on the field. Finch at the highest level, I don't think he can do it anymore. But despite that, because of the injury crisis that, of course, Pablo himself caused, we don't really have a choice. We've just got to work with what we have. Edward Bull sees Park Ji-soo, who's always making that run. Good ball in for Sean King. First touch was so bad. Okay, now on the break, some good football here as Edward Bull has broken through. He's finally getting to play in a big game, and there you go. Edward Bull scores. This is where we decided to back the players and not Pablo. And it feels like the team is united once again. Look at the celebrations on the bench. Oh, and Edward Bull is once again through on goal. He could completely change this game. Oh, this time the keeper saves. And looks like Lenny right now is preparing some changes. Looks like Gallardo's going to come off for Nicholas, and we've got Bull playing at cam. Albie Norman coming in midfield. Clark at left back. And also Lister and Jacob Richards coming on. All right, we've got Neil Lane taking the set piece. We were horrible with set pieces with Pablo, and yeah, that is going to continue. Or maybe not Norman. No, that gets blocked. Oh, Nicholas Hart is making a really nice run there. Let's go. Nicholas now breaking through. Gets it onto his right foot. Goes for goal and scores. That's what Nicholas does. Ever since he got disowned by his parents, he's only got one goal. Just making a name for himself. Becoming the best footballer he can be. And the stats are there to show for it. Oh, and now Neil Lane spreading it for Jacob Richards. There's the goal. Looks like the good vibes are going to continue off the pitch as well as on the pitch for S2GFC. And this just proves that Lenny knows what he's doing. But yup, this is where Lenny's inexperience could end up costing us the Virtu Trophy, a knockout tournament, which we kind of need to win. Remember our deal with Umbro, if we don't win a domestic cup, we're gonna have to return them £2 million. And you guys know the current situation of this club, right? We've barely got any money. But man, because of the fitness concerns, we've got so many tired legs. I mean, Finch is gonna basically play on half stamina. By the way, somebody needs to tell Lenny to get a serious outfit, man. Our gaffer shouldn't be roaming around in shorts like that. Maybe I guess we don't pay him enough. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. We're still paying him the same amount he made as a groundsman. I guess he can just continue wearing the shorts because I don't want to be paying him more. No, 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 no. He can't do with the save. I can feel the tiredness in this squad, man. This is going to be a really long 90 minutes. Gallardo. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Nicholas here. And this could be the moment. No, he gets speed. Gallardo. Oh, she's a lovely ball for Neil Lane here. If he can put this back in. And Sean King, how? He's supposed to be the king wearing the crown, but he can't score tappins like that. Now, on the other end, we're being put under tremendous pressure from these set pieces. It's a chance and cleared off the line. Brandon Neal, the Australian, literally saved us here. Guys, no matter what, I don't want to get knocked out, because if we do, you know Pablo's going to be chilling somewhere and enjoying our downfall. well. And by the way, there are rumors running right now that Pablo Gonzalo has secured a new job. I wonder which club is going to sign him. Pretty sure there are going to be quite a few clubs interested because results-wise, he was doing the job for us. Oh, we've got no stamina, man. Young is trying to get there, but oh, brilliantly done. Fair enough. But man, look at Gallardo. He's completely out of stamina. Okay, Neil Lane can run a bit. Sean King as well. That's why we need these guys linking up. Oh, it's a brilliant ball. Nicholas Hart is through. And Nicholas Hart does not disappoint. It's always him on number 10. And now Lenny's preparing some changes. Come on, boys. Now all we need to do is just hang on. And yes, boys, the Virtu Trophy dream lives on. Lenny's at the helm, and how good does it feel? But it looks like the challenges for Lenny continue because we've now got the FA Cup. Sheffield Wednesday at home. Remember, boys, it's pretty important that we go far in the FA Cup just so we can get a home game against a Premier League club. That could be some solid revenue. And, of course, we need as much money as we can get. The problem is, though, that our squad is just not equipped to handle 3 competitions at the same time. Look at all the fitness issues we've got, plus all the injuries. I guess we can't make any excuses, boys. We're just gonna have to run with it. Edward Bull, though, he's got good stamina as he looks for Neil Lane. Cutting it back for Albi Norman. Oh, come on. Medeiros tracking back, and, well, Luca Gigante, easy save. By the way, rumors in the dressing room. Some of the South American players aren't too happy with the departure of Pablo Gonzalo. I mean, I'm not surprised. They've lost all their hours of free Fortnite gaming sessions. Edward Bull now, he's probably the happiest he's ever been with Pablo's departure, and some good link-up play. The Bull keeps marching on, and he stomps across in the FA Cup. Edward Bull taking one with his left foot, and that wasn't far off. The more I watch Bull play, the more I know we made the right call, keeping him, trusting in him. As I said before, coaches will come and go, but these players, they're here to stay. Edward Bull sees Neil Lane, who's opened up some space. Power shot. Come on. I think we might have made a mistake giving Neil Lane the power shot plus because he just keeps trying it. Oh, good ball here for Nicholas Hart. And oh, the near post. Uh-oh, this is bad as Gigante forced to make the save. I'm telling you, bro, you don't take your chances, especially in cup competitions. You really do end up getting punished. Gotta make sure that does not happen to us in this game. We are controlling things so far, and a lot of it is thanks to Edward Bull, who keeps making the right decisions. Is now West Banks. He's found a bit of space, striking it straight at the keeper. I think Lenny might need to make some tactical changes because our players, they're consuming way too much stamina. They're having to run too much. And okay, well, if our opponents are taking shots like that, maybe we can afford to just run a bit less. Oh, looking for Neil Lane, who's gone through. Is he going to do the power shot? He is. Straight at the keeper. That's Neil Lane for you. Full time. We couldn't get that second goal, but it doesn't matter. Through we go to the next round of the FA Cup. Gotta say, boys, Lenny is interim manager. He's absolutely cooking. I really thought that maybe in like a month we would have to look for a full-time manager. But if we keep playing like this, at least until the end of the season, we can give the keys to the club to, of course, Lenny. Although, yes, sometimes he does look a bit clueless in press conferences. To be honest, tactically, so far, he really hasn't done much. It's more of his man management and learning to deal with the team that's been effective. I'm probably the only club owner that's disappointed to get a championship club in the FA Cup. We face Derby County in the next round. Give me Man City, man. Give me Chelsea. Give me Aston Villa. I know we'll get cooked, but we need the money. In other news, guys, Chesterfield have signed a new manager. You know, they're the club now that's owned by Hart Logistics, the company run by Nicholas Hart's parents. In a way, they're like our rivals now. And of course, probably just to piss us off, they've signed Pablo Gonzalo as their manager. To be fair, the writing was on the wall. When he left the club, he promised to give us Spain. And I guess he's going to be doing that now that he's Chesterfield boss. Now, the good news is that Chesterfield are in EFL League 2, a division below us. And because Hart Logistics don't know how to run a football club, Chesterfield are like 18th in the league. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Pipe down.
In other news, y'all remember how Albi Normand opened a bakery? Well, apparently that has now become Paris's most viral bakery. Bro, 1.6 million views on TikTok. I genuinely feel Normand is now making more money from his bakery than his salary here at S2GFC. He's just playing for us for the love of the game. But honestly, this success couldn't have happened to a better person. From day one, we know the kind of man Albi Normand is. He's loyal to the club. He's also loyal to his family, sends money back every month. And hey, who knows in the future? Maybe we we might be seeing Normand and Co be a sponsor for S2GFC. You never know, man. Okay, right after I've praised Albie Normand, he's coming with a request for a better contract, and he doesn't want to continue playing for £600 per week. I mean, no surprises there. Let's also try and get him like a 1-year contract extension. Oh, that is a big wage bump, man. I don't want to give any bonuses, but I think we can deal with this. You bet he's going to be reinvesting all of that into his bakery. Wait a minute, Normand, man. Since he's become a businessman, he's sending counter offers and whatnot. Do you know what? I guess we'll just run with it. He is definitely one of our best players, deserves this new contract. But now, guys, we've got a really important game in League One, Stockport. They're one place above us, but we've got a game in hand. If we beat them, we go above them, and then we can start disturbing the teams in top 2. Okay, Cardiff City looks completely out of reach, but Blackburn Rovers is second place spot. I think we can snatch that, get direct promotion to the championship. That would be huge. Now, the good news is that we've had a week-long break for the players to just rest up. Armstrong should be back in like a month. Same with Bullock. Fish as well. Steve Ball might take a month and a half, but this is good. And even during this injury crisis, we've kept the wins up, which is the big thing. Oh, I see space here for Nicholas Shot. Come on, he's through now. Nicholas, you've got to get it inside. Couple of good touches. And then the finish he's missed. I really thought that went in. Okay, I feel like Lenny sometimes is just aura farming, because tactically, I don't feel like he does much. Okay, his actions here remind me of Chelsea's new manager. Or chip ball for Sean King. Controls it well. On the volley, this time scores. It does feel like ages since we've seen King score. Okay, Finch is not catching up to him. And keeper, what was he doing? Luca Gigante, man. I know he's one of the tallest goalkeepers, bro, but sometimes looking at his reaction time, I really feel we could do with a better goalkeeper. And now that the transfer window is open, I am realizing that maybe goalkeeper is something that we need to put on the short list. Oh, right now, Jisoo has broken through and could help us score. He can't get the ball back in. Although Neil Lane striking one from distance off the crossbar. But yeah, on transfers, I don't think this season we're going to be making any more additions. We just don't have the money. Unless, of course, a player is sold or something. But hey, I don't feel like we're going to be selling anyone at the club. I quite like the squad that we have, but Stockport here are giving us a tough time as Sean King goes for goal. That is one of his best goals ever. That's what I love about Albie Normand, the way he controlled the midfield there. I know what's coming with Neil Lane. Of course, it's the power shot. That's what you get with Neil Lane, though. We know all about him. He's that kind of a player. He really thinks in his head that he's Ronaldo. Oh, but West Banks could look for the ball for Neil Lane. Surely this time, he's got to capitalize. Straight at the keeper. Sean King now sees the space for Edward Bull, who cleverly leaves it. And look at the link-up player. Edward Bull now, and he actually finishes. That was like prime Barcelona. I actually can't believe this run Lenny's on. I think that might be 4 straight wins since he's become manager. Also, we're seeing the first bit of tactical changes coming in from Lenny. He's making Park Jisoo a fullback. Before he was playing with the wing-back role, just going up and down the pitch. I think with our current injury crisis, might be better to just have our fullbacks play more defensive and not really bomb up the pitch and risk an injury. We can do that later when the squad is fit, so I like this tactical change from Lenny. It's protecting the players. And I think that's the best way to sum up Lenny. He's not come in and transformed the team or anything. He's just made small tactical changes, building on what Pablo built on the pitch and off the pitch, of course, bringing in some unity, getting the squad together. And come on, I want to now see if we can go 5 wins in a row, because remember how difficult it was for us to do it before. I mean, we're never going to forget how long that one fan's hair got. But yeah, now we know how to win. I think we can go 5 wins in a row with Lenny. Oh, look at the space here for Nicholas Hart, who's made the perfect run, completely through on goal. Can he keep the finish? No, the touch at the end was too heavy. Gallardo, a couple of good touches there, and with his right foot scoring. I didn't know he had a right foot at all. And there you go, boys. 5 wins in a row. That's what Lenny has managed to pull off. I mean, it's incredible. It took us 1.5 years to do it for the first time. And now with Lenny just being the interim manager, our groundsman, we've pulled it off again. Why am I seeing Medeiros leave the club? And apparently I'm just getting a message and it's not just him. Uribe has left the club too. Wait a minute, guys. I think I know where they've gone. Of course, man. Of course. Moises Medeiros now at Chesterfield. Also, how did his overall get bumped up to 68? Uribe as well. That's where he's gone. Apparently, when we got Medeiros into the team, signed Christian Uribe, there was a specific Pablo Gonzalo clause in there. If Pablo ever left the club, their release clause would drop tremendously. And that's exactly what happened. And with Hart Logistics owning Chesterfield, they have no issues with money. And they've stolen 2 of our biggest talents. I genuinely can't believe it. And apparently, the same can happen with Guillermo Gallardo as well. For some reason, though, he is still at the club. I've just called in Guillermo to just check in with him. Is he leaving the club?
Boss Pablo's offer was good, and I enjoyed playing under him, especially the fortnight sessions. They were were amazing. But how you handled the situation of mi mamá passing, and how mi hermanos in the dressing room took me in, I will never forget it. And that's why I am S2GFC till I die.
And you know what, guys? I think I need to reward that kind of loyalty from Guillermo. We'll increase his contract by another couple of years, and we will give him the 1,300 he demands. New contract for Gallardo. He stays. But guys, we've now got an even bigger problem. Just 4 hours to go until deadline day is over, and we've just lost one of our best centre-backs. Thankfully, Fish is coming back from injury, so he should be able to play. And once Armstrong is back, we should still have a really good combination. There's Young and Finch for squad depth, but in right back, boys, we've only got Lister. I need a better right back, and we need to do that in the next 4 hours. Now, this is where I need to get into a meeting with Lenny and try and plan out what we can do for the right back spot to see if he's got any ideas. But this is where Lenny was completely out of his step. Both Barry Thunderstone as well as Pablo Gonzalo had some kind of idea about transfer policy. But Lenny is a bit of a yes man. If I don't sign him a right back, he'll be fine. Even if I do sign him, he'll be okay with it. So this decision I'm going to have to make by myself. Now, of course, this is something I should have expected. Lenny's a great man manager. He understands the players really well. He's empathetic with them. But tactically, as well as transfer policy and, you know, all the other important stuff that a manager needs to do, he's kind of just learning all of that. I think as the club owner, it would be a rather stupid decision if I don't reinforce the squad. And I'm thinking if we can maybe sign a right back from one of our rival teams. Now, as long as we can get in someone with pace, someone who's young, someone like Ronan Capaccio playing for Cardiff City, the best team in the league. Bro, if we can lure him in, that would be a big heist. He's got 82 pace, only 19, and is actually a bit better than Uribe. By the way, look at our transfer budget. From all those player sales, it's up to 3.5 million. Now, if I can get a good deal for Ronan, somewhere around like 2.5 million, and yup, we can do that, that would also leave me with like £1 million in the bank, which could be helpful if we fail some of our objectives or something. From a really difficult situation, man, losing 2 of our key young talents, I think we've made a decent comeback. Ronan Capaccio, I think, is a solid replacement, and with that, the transfer window shuts. Honestly, I was not expecting to be forced to make a signing. I'm genuinely still in shock because what's happened is crazy. We lost one of our Brazilian talents that we scouted. We lost an incredible right back, and this is now making me really regret the way we sacked Pablo. I did not expect him to react like this and cause such havoc. But hey, that's part of football. We're just lucky that Gallardo has decided to stick around. If he would have left too, that would have just been a brutal blow. Now, I'm really hoping all this chaos doesn't end up costing us in the Virtu Trophy. We're in the quarterfinals. We're still alive in the FA Cup. And of course, in League One, we're fighting to get promoted. We're entering into the business end of the season. Our squad looks damaged, but we've got no choice but to keep pushing.